Do you know who the meanest, nastiest, scariest, most vicious bully we'll ever face? Do you know who that is? Unfortunately, it's us. It's the person we see in the mirror, the person we hear in our mind. That's the meanest, nastiest bully. So what I'm going to talk about today is how to defeat that bully within, how to silence that bully within, how to tell that bully when it starts to bully us, when it starts to tell us we're not good enough, we're not strong enough, we're not big enough, we're not smart enough, we're never going to mount anything. Society is right. All the people that are putting you down, they're right. All the negative comments, they're right. No, they're not. That's the bully within. Why does the bully do that? Well, it's kind of a mind trick, actually. What the mind does, mind has one job. Your mind's job is to keep you safe. So, and you might say, keep me safe? Well, why would it bully me then? Because anytime you try and do something outside your comfort zone, your mind's going to remind you, whoa, wait a minute, that could be tough. That could be challenging. You may not succeed at that. Remember the last time you failed at that? Holy smokes. Now, some people say, well, that's your mind just protecting you. Yeah, I mean, it would protect you from dangerous situations, like your mind when you were told not to touch the stove as a kid, and you probably told your own kids, don't touch the stove, you'll get burnt. When you touch the stove, what happened? I got burnt. Well, that's your mind telling you, hey, I got burnt the last time, don't touch that stove again. Or, out in traffic, cars, you could get hit by a car. That's your mind keeping you safe. And those are good things. Those are real good things. But unfortunately, your mind's only job, once again, is to protect you from you, to keep you safe. So if you have said, I'm a loser, I'm no good, I'm terrible, people are right, I can't read, I'm not very good with money, you're bullying yourself because you're telling your mind all the negativity in your mind. You got a part in your mind called the reticular activating system. It's in your subconscious mind. It's a filter. Now, it's non-biased in any way, shape, or form. All it does is it filters out the roughly 100,000 thoughts that we have on a daily basis, filters those all out and focuses in on what you tell it. So if you tell it negative, all I got's bad luck. If I had any luck at all, it'd be bad. The world's all terrible. You tell it that, the mind is going to go out of its way, say, you're right, and I'm going to reward you for that. And I'm going to keep you from doing anything that could prove yourself wrong. Now, I know this all sounds crazy. The first time I heard it, I'm like, what in the world? It's real simple. We have to retrain the mind. If we've had, and I like to say, up until 2012, I was 42 at the time, I didn't know I could read. I didn't know I could read because I chose not to read. Wow. Then I started putting input in there. I had no idea about a subconscious mind, a conscious and unconscious mind. Yeah, I graduated high school barely, but these are things I had no idea about. I had no idea about the reticular activating system. None at all. I did have a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of limited beliefs, poor mindset. Wasn't positive mental attitude back then. Ooh, absolutely not. Also, when I first started doing these videos and speaking on stage, I had what I call imposter syndrome. It was like, man, what the heck am I doing? Why would anybody want to listen to me? I'm a guy that barely graduated high school. So anytime you say things like that, anytime you say, well, I guess you're right, I'm not smart enough, that's feeding the bully within. That's not defeating the bully within, that's feeding the bully within. That's giving them more ammo, more strength. And before you know it, that bully within becomes a Goliath. And small little David, how am I going to defeat this Goliath? One, I got to have faith. I got to believe in myself. I got to have the perseverance and the willingness to battle through, the determination to not give up. But of course, it all starts with what I do in here, what I plant in this mental garden. You think, and you've heard my videos before, I talk a lot about the mental garden. I talk a lot about gardening, right? Well, not gardening and getting out there, but it's a basic concept. What you sow is what you reap. What you plant is what you get. In a garden, you plant strawberry seeds, or you're going to get that luscious strawberry plant, and you're going to have those beautiful strawberries. However, you plant onion seeds, and that's fine if that's what you want, but you're going to get onions. You're never going to get strawberries. Well, the same thing. You plant negativity and self-doubt and limiting belief and imposter syndrome. What you plant is what you get, and the bully within is going to feed on that. It's going to focus on that. It's always going to remind you of that. And then becomes, like I said, that bully is so big and so strong and so powerful, you begin to think, man, can I ever defeat this bully? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. We got to start by digging up the weeds, the negative thoughts, the negative beliefs, and get it out of there. Just like digging weeds out of a regular garden. And it's tough. It really is. You got to get in there and dig and get to the bottom of the root and pull it out. And oftentimes we don't get the root out, that weed will pop back up again. And even if we do get the root out, another weed will pop up. You could never grow, even if you had the most fertile seed in the middle of a concrete driveway or blacktop, you could never grow a garden. But weeds, they pop up everywhere. Why? Well, I like to say oftentimes society is the same way. Negativity is everywhere. It's constantly bombarding us. That's why we have to build our warrior confidence and put on our bulletproof armor to protect our two most vulnerable areas. from bullies out there in the wild, in society, but also the bullies that try and dominate our heart and our mind. Those are our two most vulnerable areas. That's all we have to build up. We have to have that belief in ourselves. And the more belief we have in ourselves, the more warrior confidence we have, the more power we're going to have to defeat that bully within. And we defeat the bully within, then we're going to be able to have the strength, the perseverance, the resolve, the belief in ourselves to overcome any challenge, any fear, any struggle, and any bully we face out in the real world. But one, we got to defeat the bully in here first. Defeat that bully in our mind. Those limiting beliefs that are holding us back, that are keeping us, if we're being taken advantage of at our job, we're not being paid what we should be paid. Maybe we're being bullied for an athlete, by a coach or another athlete. Or maybe if we're a coach, we don't believe in ourselves and our athletes are bullying us. Of course, anytime we allow someone to bully us, it's a reflection of how little we believe in ourselves. If we respect ourselves, we're never going to allow anybody else to disrespect us. Now, this wasn't always easy for me. Matter of fact, I talk about it in my book, Becoming Bully Proof. And it's all about believing in yourself to defeat any bully you face, both real and in your mind. But that belief has to come from the inside out. It can't be from the outside in. The unfortunate part is a lot of outside influences get in here and pollute this thing. Now you think about a ship. A ship doesn't sink from the water around it. It only sinks when the water gets inside of it. When the water gets inside, that's when it sinks. Well, the same thing here. If we have our bully-proof armor on, we have our warrior confidence, our shield, our protective shield, protecting us from all the outside influences. We're not going to allow that negativity to sink us. But if it gets in here, all that negativity and self-doubt and limiting beliefs, it causes anxiety, depression, and unfortunately, too many people give up on life. That's what the bully's job is. The bully's job is to bully you literally to death. And the bully within, it started off just protecting you, keeping you safe from yourself. You may say, well, wait a minute, it kind of circled around here. What I mean by keeping you safe against yourself, like I said, it started off, it's good. Keeps you from burning yourself, keeps you from getting hit in traffic by a car, to teach your kids not to play in traffic. But also that same thing is also teaching you not to step outside that comfort zone, to, once again, stand up to someone who's being rude or mean or disrespectful to you, to stand up and help empower those you're meant to empower. Maybe you're in an abusive relationship. Maybe your kids are on the wrong path and you just don't know how to talk to them. Well, believe enough in yourself to have that long overdue talk, to establish that communication with them. But back to the very beginning, you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to defeat that bully within. You got to put that bully within in its place in order to have that resolve, that confidence, that belief in yourself to be who you're born to be. It's a message throwing out there. Why I fought that bully. I still fight that bully. Seems like on a daily basis. But the more I listen to positive, not only affirmations, but videos like this and positive podcasts, the more I'm going to share with you. And the more, hopefully, it's going to empower you and you're going to share with others. So make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell, share with others. Check out our podcast and check out our website, Warrior Confidence. All the links are in the description. And as always, thank you so very, very much for listening. Now, let's get out there. Let's defeat that bully within and be who we were born to be, to live the life we were born to live, to be the hero that we were born to be. God bless you. God bless your loved ones. Thanks again for listening. Chat real soon. Bye-bye.